大家好! Hello everyone! Welcome to my week 6 vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about kind of a combination of things because I've been busy with a bunch of different things in the past week. So first I'll talk about, or I will show you just a few clips I've taken around the university when I had some free time, and I'll talk about the plant conference that I went to with my laboratory last week. Also I'll talk about osmanthus that has bloomed recently and now is all gone, unfortunately, but it is a really pretty, osmanthus is holly if you don't know, and this specific type of osmanthus is sweet osmanthus, so it has a very sweet smell, and it blooms all over Hangzhou. It grows really well here. It's actually the city's flower, and I kind of showed you in the last video a little picture of it, but yeah, I really went exploring to find osmanthus last week. Unfortunately, this season was short and sweet because it rained on the 5th day that it started blooming, and so it smelled really great because the smell of rain, I love the smell of rain, and I love the smell of the sweet osmanthus, and together it was like heavenly. But they're tiny little blossoms, and when it rained, it just weighed down the flowers and they all fell off the trees.
Three million miles from the sun. People get ready, cause here it comes. It's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon, into our eyes. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my beautiful mother, she told me, son, in life you're gonna go far. If you do it right, you'll love where you are.
So this past Sunday, September 27th this year, was Mid-Autumn Day, or as you can also call it, Moon Day. This holiday celebrates the full moon in September, and Chinese people celebrate by eating moon cakes and viewing the moon. So I'll give you a little clip of the moon cakes I ate and what I thought about moon viewing. So in a few days it's the Mid-Autumn Festival, and I just got this box of moon cakes because I'm a student here. The woman who was giving them out was really surprised. Maybe it's just grad students that get it, I think. And she was really surprised that she was giving this box to a foreigner. So I thought it was pretty funny. So here's the first one. Oh, it's dark. Can you see this? Close and personal, there we go. Some little note. And another one. So there's a dark one and a light one. I wonder what they taste like. I probably shouldn't be eating this because I have dinner so soon, but I can't really resist. I'm going to try it. Here we go. Oh, it's sweet. Right inside. Not in focus. It tastes like peanuts. It really does. I thought this was a super fun holiday. Definitely something that I wish we had in the US because it's really nice. Families just get together, they have a meal together, they enjoy moon cakes, and then they go outside and admire the moon. And I think that's something we don't admire very much in Western culture. So it was a really fun day for me. I just wanted to mention how much I adore moon cakes and how many varieties they come in and flavors they come in, and from the last week I think I've had 7 or 8 moon cakes total, so it was a blissful week. And lastly, Louie and I ventured to the Hangzhou Botanical Garden, which is very close to Hangzhou's West Lake, where all the osmanthus was blooming and all sorts of other flower exhibits. I will show you some pictures and little clips here.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
Something else that I've recently noticed that maybe some other Americans will relate to as well is that Chinese food, at least here in southeastern China, or central China, mid to south eastern China, the food here is a lot like Chinese food in the US. And I tend to think of, if you go to a Chinese restaurant in the US, it's not Chinese food, it's Chinese American food, or just plain American food that's supposed to look Chinese. But I'm realizing that Chinese food here is a lot like Chinese food in the US. There's like a lot of sauces on everything, and I tend to think of American Chinese food as like they just put too much sauce, hiding the flavor with like too much salt, too much sugar, too much vinegar. But really, food is like that here. And so that was kind of like a aha moment in my mind about Chinese food. One thing that is different here is that usually meat that's cut up and put into some dish is cut up in little chunks like this big, just bite size, but the bone is left in it. So it doesn't matter if it's chicken, doesn't matter pork, anything, any kind of red meat, it's always attached to the bone. So the butcher, when they cut it, they chop up the whole thing, including the bone. So that gets cooked into your meal. And so when you eat it, of course, you pick it up with chopsticks and you have to eat off the bone. And that's something different we don't do in the US very often. And so at first it was kind of a bother, like, oh my gosh, there's hardly any meat, it's just bone mostly. But now I'm kind of getting the appeal. So the plant conference that I attended was a 2-day conference, but the first day I had classes in the afternoon, so I wasn't able to attend. The second day I also had classes in the afternoon, but it was from 9 in the morning till 5:30 at night. I told my professor I have classes in the afternoon, but I'll be able to go in the morning. And it seemed like he understood me, so I agreed to go, hoping that maybe the conference was downtown in some hotel and I could just take a taxi ride back afternoon so I had time to get to my classes. However, I don't think he understood what I told him, and I ended up staying at the conference all day, missing my classes as well. But in some ways it was good. I don't know how many presenters we had, more than 20 definitely, and each presentation was about 20 or 30 minutes, very detailed research work by students and professors in universities in Hangzhou and Zhejiang province. And there was a whole swath of different ideas and different research going on. Some was about agriculture, some was about genetics in botany, and it was all quite interesting. There was only a few things that I didn't really have any interest in. Everything else was pretty interesting. The bad part was most of it was in Chinese. All the presentations were in Chinese, but PowerPoints, some people had written English and Chinese on their PowerPoints, or just English, and they spoke in Chinese, so I could take notes on those presentations and learn from them. However, the kind of statistical methods they're using and programs they're using to analyze their work and make graphs is like way over my head right now, so it was hard to take it all in. Luckily, I had a friend next to me, and during the second half of the conference, he was kind of translating for me the entire time, telling me what was going on, what the presenter was talking about. So it was really nice of him. And in the meantime, I was writing down new words in Chinese, with their Chinese, the pinyin, the pronunciation of the word, the English meaning, and then also in Japanese, because I don't want to forget my Japanese either. So I had 3 different languages going on my paper, and it was pretty intense notes. I thought I'd show you guys what I was balancing my camera on. I was putting my camera up here to film today because I once again forgot my tripod at home. So anyways, my little camera station, and here's my little photo wall with all my Instax photos. And my picture is finally hung up with thumbtacks so it does not fall down again. And then my roommate's side. And here's my side of the room. Yay! And Shirotan. Do do do. Do do do. So cute. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. 再见. Bye!